So today is the full release of Starfield, and here are some tips and tricks of a guy that played 45 hours of the non-press early access version of it. So you can press F, V, and then you can take a photograph, and this photograph will be part of your loading screens now that you can access in here. Photo gallery. You can see your most recent photo here. And you can delete or enlarge it or do whatever you want with it. But it's now part of your loading screens. So when you're looting things, you have to take into consideration the color of the things. A white item is normal, blue is rare, purple is epic, legendary is yellow. These things appear in the containers as you loot them, so pay attention. So you have to pay attention to the UI. As you run, you spend O2. And when you finish spending your O2, you're going to be accumulating CO2 that appears in red. But there is a way to diminish this. When you are not encumbered and use your booster, you stop spending CO2 and O2 and you save a bit. You choose who you are and what you're going to be in the world. So you have the background and you have your traits. These things influence in choices of conversation, so pick carefully. Also, as you level up, you're going to pick skills. And the skills also influence in conversation or in choices of action, so pick carefully. Additionally, when you learn to explore your zone as well, sometimes you're going to find magazines, and these magazines give you cool bonuses. So when you click on your star map, the planets will appear, your system will appear, but initially the planet that you are at or that you are in orbit of. Then you're going to see some specific places, some highlighted areas. For example, I'm in Paradiso here, but also you keep pressing, you see the system to which you can choose any moon, and then you can see the different systems that you can travel to, and then you can press the fast travel as well. You can choose the planet that you are at to survey here. For example, I already served it, so yeah, I press R and it shows the resources that you can use for farming specific things. And also you can choose different places in the same planets to fast travel to. Keep in mind that some systems have levels that are over your levels, so the creatures and the quests, they are not exactly adequate to you now. For example, this system here, Porima, is level 30. Crix here is level 20, so pay attention to that so that you don't get frustrated. So you cannot survey an item from a long distance. You have to approach to a medium to short distance to survey it. You can see that it appears once you get here, and then you have the 13% scanned. So in order to mine, you use your cutter, and when you can mine something, the hexagon in the middle will have partially red color. Keep in mind that if you hold your right click button, the power is stronger, so you mine faster. You also burn faster your fuel that recharges very fast, but it's much better for quality of life. You can also mine asteroids in space by shooting on them. So I wish I knew this earlier. You can access your ship cargo in here pressing F. You press F and you have access to the ship cargo here. You have the mass here, how much it is, and how much you're occupying of it. But there is something that you use to repair the ship mid-air in combat that you press O to repair when the hull is damaged. And this thing is called ship parts. And ship parts actually is in your inventory in aid. And it's just hidden there, just occupying a lot of space and weight. You can see that I have 181 mass here. And the ship parts are here. They weigh a lot. So you come here and you have to pass this to your ship, or else you're going to be encumbered all the time. And also, there is a distance from your ship that you can pass things to your ship easily by just pressing. The distance is 250 meters. If you are up to 250 meters, you can just come here in ship, you go to cargo hold, and you then go to your inventory, and you go there to your precious ship parts, and you just pass them, store them. And there it is, you just relieved your weight, because you are under 250 meters of your ship. To access your weapons fast, at weapons and items, you press Q. And then you have a quick access bar here. But to actually configure this queue, you have to come to your inventory, and you have to come here, and you have to press B on an item that you're going to favorite it, and then you can put this item in any place in your inventory. In the case here, Advanced AA99 is now in the position 7, and it's a favorite item as well. So I come here, I can either press the number 7, I equip it, or I can come here, press Q and access it through number 7. When you're accessing and comparing your space suit or your armor to other armors that you encounter in the game, sometimes you are going to see this DR here that actually is just the physical resistance, but there are other things for you to take into consideration. So you have energy resistance, EM, airborne, radiation, thermal, corrosive, and all of those things influence in different parts of the game. So pay attention. We have several types of benches in this game. One type is the workbench, in which you can configure things from your weapon, for example, and you need prerequisites, you need equipments and developments and researches in order to modify your weapon, for example. But many of the things that you can modify your weapons or your items from need to be researched first in a research bench like this one here, that you have pharmacology, food and drink, outpost development, equipment and weaponry, and you have to complete these researches in order to unlock the modifications that you can make in the benches. So if you want a smoother experience leveling up, you will want to have a bonus to level up. So this bonus will appear here, emotional security for hour 57 minutes. This is in-game time, it's not your time, your real time. And then it's 10%, but after you have a romance going on for you, it becomes 15%.
Remember
and it's called...
when I said I like to be close to you? Now you know exactly what I meant.
It's called emotional security. It turns to 15% after you have a romance. If you're like your exploration and you want some extra credits, there's a lady in Aquila City that buys your books that are physical that she doesn't still have.
Dracula? The original story. I simply must have this. Oh, thank you. Oh my H.G. Wells! Oh, some of his short stories. He's one of my all-time favorite historical figures. What I would give to be able to talk to him, but reading his works is satisfying all the same. Thank you, thank you.